Hello, my name is Conspiracy Steve, and today I'm going to be conspiracizing one of life's greatest questions. Is water wet? Google defines wet as covered or saturated by water or another liquid, meaning that to be wet, something needs to be covered or saturated by water or another liquid. Water, or H2O, is a combination of hydrogen and oxygen in a complex chemical formula. Now, when you look at the chemical molecular arrangement of water, you see one hydrogen molecule and two oxygen molecules, or not molecules, atoms. Now, these bond together to make water, and then more waters come around, and they all bond together to create water molecules. Water has special properties called cohesion and adhesion, which explain water's ability to stick to itself as a molecule and to stick to other things, for say, a table. Now, when you spill water on something such as a table or a person, that person gets wet because you cover them with water. See, I am now wet, but the question is the water wet? My answer for this question is that the water is in fact wet, and that more so, the water is wet, meaning that the water is the wetness. When the water falls on a person, it bonds to that person, to the surface, such as the head or the body or some article of clothing, making that person wet. And when water falls onto a person, it's not just one molecule of water, it's not just one atom of hydrogen or oxygen, it's multiple water molecules, meaning that all these water molecules are connected. Because these molecules are connected, they fit the definition of surrounded or saturated or covered by water. Every single water molecule is surrounded by water, meaning that every water molecule is wet. The exception to this would be a lone water molecule. Being not covered or saturated by other water molecules, it itself would not be wet. So to be wet, water needs to be surrounded by other molecules. In conclusion, using complex formulas and mathematical equations, one can easily conduct that water is in fact wet. And for all of you who still don't believe me, here's a little something that might change your mind. Alexa, is water wet?
Water is wet because of strong tetrahedral hydrogen bonding, which means that the water molecule is four-sided, with the oxygen atom at the center, and the hydrogen atoms and oxygen's atoms forming the corners. These bonds band together and stretch, which gives water its physical properties.
Alexa, thank you.
Anytime.
Well, that just about wraps up today's episode of Conspiracies with Conspiracy Steve. Goodbye and good day or night. I'm not quite sure when you'll be watching this.